Okay. Kim, I see you have your hand raised. I'm just trying to see if you did that accidentally or if you, there we go, okay. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Kim, I appreciate that. Got it, okay. All right, my friends, we are about to embark upon a little 6-week journey together. And I was just sitting around the other day thinking about my immune system. I tend to have a wonky immune system that kind of goes up and down, of course, with depending upon the amount of stress I have in my life. And I just thought in general, as we move into the fall and winter, it's always good to give our immune system a little extra attention and love, but especially with things that are happening in the world right now. I think one of the best things we can do for ourselves is to really level up our immune system. So especially during this pandemic, it's more important than ever to incorporate just positive lifestyle habits. That really helps us stay healthy and boosts our immune system more than anything. They say that there is no magic pill to a great immune system. It's mainly just what you do, the choices that you make in your life every day. And so it's more about the big picture and all of those little choices that we make within that big picture. And I read recently that our genetics only make up about half of how well our immune system functions. The other half is indeed lifestyle habits. And you already have a great lifestyle habit with yoga, and I'm sure you have other positive habits as well, but there's always room for improvement. And that's what I want to focus on this next 6 weeks, is just maybe some nudges, some reminders of, oh yeah, that's really good for my immune system. Or, geez, I didn't realize as I'm doing these yoga postures, what it's really stimulating in my body. So I might geek out just a little bit with your systems of your body and how they work together, but I think this is important for us all to know. So at a time like this, when so much of what is happening is outside of our control, I feel that this will be self-empowering for us to focus on the aspects of our immunity and our resilience that we can control. And that's my goal or vision for this next 6 weeks, just to do everything we can to be as healthy as possible. So just overview, I'm going to be covering topics like superfoods, meditation, alleviating stress, good quality of sleep, and how we can use our yoga practice to help us sleep better. Also laughter and creating and connection, all of these things enhance our immune system. So let's begin. I'm going to go on back to my mat here, and we'll start by centering, and then I'll unfold the class for us as we go on. So take your nice seat if you haven't already, and I will meet you back on my magic carpet. Everything adjusted here. And oops, I'm gonna put my ears in so you can hear a little better back there. All these setup things. And please, I just want to double check before I head back. I want to make sure that you can hear me okay. So if someone would be so kind just to say yep or nope. I always cross my fingers that all this technology lines up. And just someone chat to me if you would and just say we can hear you. Okay, thanks Nancy, I appreciate it. Kathy, yep, awesome, awesome. All right, so in our seat we go. Saddle up, here we go, buckos and buckaroos. So lift your spine and just let your eyes close. And this process right here, this closing our eyes and intentionally becoming still. You might feel the urge to fidget, but just see if you can invite stillness to come into your body for just a few moments. resist the urge to move or scratch or wiggle or adjust. Just let yourself move into that place of stillness. When your eyes close, just take a moment to orient your awareness inside. Maybe a moment of gratitude for this opportunity to come back into balance. And to boost our immune system, there's going to be a series of poses and pathways that will take your body through today to address consciously the energy that we bring to the organs, how we nourish and support all of the systems in our body, release toxins. So tune into your breath for a few moments. Just begin to fortify your body with your breath. And if you are a normal human being, by now your mind may have taken off and gone somewhere else. Observe and just gently guide it back to watch the breath for just a few more moments. Sitting in stillness, meeting up with your companion of the breath. Now join the hands together in front of your heart center. Simple gesture of bowing as we honor this sacred time, this time to care for ourselves. While we're doing that, may we just trust the wisdom of our body to take over as we move and breathe and explore. The intention today of strengthening, boosting our immune system. And of course, it'll have a positive effect on all the systems of the body. We ask for the practice to be filled with grace and goodness. And may the benefits of the practice carry over into our daily lives. And then lifting your head, release your hands, let your eyes come open. Right, my friends, we're going to start seated today. You can actually come off of your lift if you're on a lift and just place it off to the side, and then take a moment to come onto your bum. I'm going to turn sideways and just plant your feet on the ground. We're going to start with a simple seated cat-cow. So bring your hands on your shins. Inhale, lengthen all the way up through your spine, and then exhale, round. Just take it slow and let your chin draw inward. And just keep moving back and forth as you know to do between these two postures. Start to really key into the sound of your breath. The next time you round, hold it there for just a little bit. Really press the shoulders or the upper back, push the upper back towards the back of the wall behind you or wherever you're at. Maybe some of you are practicing outside. And then sitting up nice and tall. Fill yourself up on your sits bones. We're going to do a twist. So bring your left hand to your left knee, or to your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, grow as tall as you can through your spine. And then just a gentle twist as we warm up here. So the twist is only one part of the equation, as you know. The breath is really medicinal when you add that on top. All movement is medicine, I believe. But conscious movement with breath is doubly valuable. Come to the second side, so bring the right hand and the left hand behind you. Inhale, lift tall, and then exhale, turn. And as you hold, notice what you're feeling this morning. Body might be really supple and accepting, or it might be a little resisting, a little stiff. And now come back to the center. Good job. Bring your legs around and come onto all fours position. So on your hands and knees, take your right leg off to the side and sole the foot on the ground, and then just simply rock your hips back and forward, and do that several times. You might see if you can sync it up with a breath. Doesn't matter, you can inhale one direction, exhale the other, just connecting to breath. Let's let this be the last one, and park back in the middle, and then switch sides for me. So take your left leg on out, sole the foot down, and start to rockin'. So today we're going to focus on the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system, and it's a really important system, as they all are. It helps regulate inflammation. Of course, it helps boost our immune system. And it also, the lymphatic system helps with detoxification, getting toxins out of the body. It helps our nervous system, and also water regulation helps. So it does a lot. It's a very intelligent system. Come back to center. Bring your right leg out again. This time, sit back and hold here, as wherever you can go. Maybe you come to your elbows, maybe your forehead goes down. Just taking a moment here to hold in some variation of a child's pose with one leg out there. And then come back up, we'll switch sides. Take your left leg out. Sitting back, just investigate, where can I go to hold? If your toes are curled under here on the right foot, you might feel a nice stretch to the arch of your foot. This lymph system, of course, goes through the entire body, but we often start by stimulating the feet. And then come back up to the center. Open the knees wide and take a moment to sit back into a child's pose. Let your forehead rest on your stacked hands and drop into your breath. And as you're here, start to focus on a really slow, controlled, what we call Kapalabhati breath. And I'll tell you a little bit more about this, but for right now, you just take a normal inhale, and as you exhale, let it be a little forceful exhale out of your nose, like you're blowing dust out of your nose. Do that a couple more times. And notice as you're blowing out what's happening in your belly. Your diaphragm is a pump, so notice that. You might notice that you need to blow your nose too. If you need to, go for that. And then come all the way up. All right, so before we go any further, I just want to help you understand where we're going today and why we're doing some of the things that we're doing. So the lymphatic system lives very superficially in our body. It's just right under the skin and kind of a spongy connective tissue. And it's all throughout the body. You know, you always hear people about the benefits of getting massage and moving lymph through the body. And we need it to be moving fluidly through the body. We've all had a swollen lymph node and we know what that feels like. So all I want to say here today, and I'll unpack this as we go along, is it's all over, but today we're primarily going to focus on the places where it congregates the most. So in the armpit region, so lots of pumping action through the arms, and also in the groin region. This is where we have a really high amount of lymph nodes, and then also deep in the abdomen. So that's why this Kapalabhati breath, it's actually stimulating the lymph inside. So I want you to know that's what we're doing today, and I'll keep unpacking it, but give you more as we go along. Let's come into a downward facing dog. And in your down dog, just start to move around as you wish here, bending your knees. And so today's class isn't about moving fast or hard or deep. Less is more. And remembering that this is about gentle pumping motion for the most part. And from here, I want you to lower your knees down to the ground. Walk your hands back to your knees and then interlace your hands behind you. Take a moment to consciously roll your shoulders back, lift up through your heart, and just pause here. Encourage your upper back muscles to slightly draw toward each other, like they're holding a feather between them. So you're just hugging in, not squeezing, over squeezing. And now we're going to go upside down to a posture called dolphin pose, where we use gravity to affect the movement of lymph in the body. So you'll interlace your hands and place your elbows on the ground about shoulder width, maybe a little narrower than shoulder width. Walk your knees back just a little bit. And I'll give you options here, so we'll all be at different places, that's fine. Let your head look down between your hands, curl your toes under. And then draw your belly up and start to lift your knees off the floor. Lift your hips up, push your seat back, and then let your head drop. Let your head drop. Holding in this position, focus on your breath, and notice that all of your lymph is starting to change. Things start to recirculate with the assistance of gravity. That's why in yoga, all of the inversion postures are so beneficial, because gravity is usually pulling downward on our body. We're upright beings. So just keep holding here if you can. Really push your elbows and forearms down strong. If you want to take it up, you could lift your right leg up in the air and focus on breath here as you press the floor away. If you need to take a breather, please go down to child's pose. Got a frog in my throat today, sorry. And then release your right leg. If it's up, lift your left leg. And if you're in child's pose, focus on a slow, steady breath. Wherever you're at, slow breath. Let your head drop. Changing the circulatory pattern here. And then release on down. Everyone meet up in child's pose. Just take a moment here to let your shoulders release. You might notice the tingling or change of circulation through your shoulders, your arms, maybe even in your face. All right, and then we're going to lift on up and come into a seated position. So come back into this position and take your feet wide. So as I mentioned, the groin area has a lot of lymph nodes, and so the simple movement of windshield wiper, now you think about it a little differently, like, boosting my immune system through the lymphatic system. Let both legs go to the left, and then up and over to the right. So think of this as just a pumping action, back and forth. So throughout class today, you'll notice that there's parts where we have compression and then expansion in the joints, and that helps to pump fluid through. So just keep going side to side. Awesome. Oh, the air condition just kicked on in here. Praise the Lord. It can be a hot box in here some days. All right, come back to center. And guess what? We're going to go back to dolphin pose. So come on back around. You're a pro at it now. So with dolphin, you're going to interlace your hands again. I'm going to tuck in my outfit here, wardrobe malfunction. And then from here, elbows down. Good. And let the head drop. So for some reason this isn't feeling right in your shoulder, I would say go to a downward dog, which would also give you an inversion. So lifting on up here, you might walk your feet in a little bit, and then just focus on letting the head drop, even if you're in down dog. Press your forearms down solidly into the ground, and of course the option to lift one leg is still there. And focus on the slow, steady breath. Again, all the things that are going on internally we don't even see, but maybe in your mind's eye you can envision that. You can switch legs if you have the legs up. Those of you at home, if you wanted to kick up to a wall, you could do Pincha Mayurasana. Of course, you're all at home, aren't you? If you're near a wall, I should have said. And then back down one more time. Sitting back into child's pose, take a moment to feel. And now from here, come up to all fours position. So once you arrive in all fours position, lift your right leg up, think of the groin area now, and circle it forward 2 times. So circle, and then place it down, shift back to a long arm child's pose. Lift up again to all fours position. Left leg comes up now, circle it forward twice, and then back to child's pose. So pumping fluid to the large lymph nodes, come back up again. Right leg lifted up, circle it forward, and bring it down, child's pose. Lift it on up, left leg lifts, circle it forward, and last time, child's pose. Lifting up now, come to your stomach, preparing for cobra. Hands by the chest. Inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Interlace the hands behind you now. So we're opening through the shoulders, the armpits, and lift your head up, lift your chest. Look down at the mat. And slowly lower down. Place the hands by your chest, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Come on up and back. And let's put a little bend in the knees. Hug your feet and shins towards one another. Push your upper thighs back a fraction and widen the upper thighs, widen the upper groin region. Lumbar curve in your low back. And then draw your belly up. Draw the ribs into the body. Good. Now step your right leg up between your hands, everyone. And we have a little series we're going to go through here. So we'll break it down and then we'll get more fluid with it. So take the right arm to the ceiling in a twist and hold here. So think about the armpit region right now. Inhale and then exhale, lightly touch down. Let's do that again. Inhale, pump and open. Bring it down, exhale. We're going to add Kapalabhati if you're comfortable with that. And you exhale forcefully through the nose. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale. So exhale's on the bottom. One more. Stay up now. And now take a baby step in with your back foot. Bend your front knee and just see if you can lift the back leg and bring the knee forward and lightly touch your right calf. Lightly touch it. Good. And then extend the leg back out, lower it, drop the back knee, and now watch this front leg. I'm going slow the first time. The left hand goes down, the front leg is going to sweep back and you come into a little knee vashisthasana here. So hold and reach. And from here, this back leg is going to sweep back forward, right where you came from, and lift up. Step back to downward facing dog. Fortify your body with your breath here. And now please step your left leg forward. Coming into a deep lunge on this side. Just reach up and hold and soak up the twist here at first. Remember to keep hugging your feet and your shins towards the midline. When we do that, it stabilizes the pelvis, which then stabilizes the low back. Safer twist. And now we go with the breath. So inhale here, exhale forcefully through the nose down. Inhale up, exhale down. Keep going, make it rhythmic. You're not going for a huge range of motion or a big stretch of any type, more of a pumping action. Two more. Reach up, stay up, hold here. And now you're certainly welcome to have a block here under this right hand if you'd like. Take a baby step in. See if you can bring your knee in and touch the calf on the left side. Your left leg is bent. And then extend it back long, place it down. Lower the back knee, and at the same time, let's put the palm down on the right side. You can even bring this top hand to your hip if you want. Now you're going to swivel that back foot in a little, the lower leg in, and reach back. Maybe you stay here, maybe you add the arm, maybe you smile. That helps your immune system too. Good, and now we'll come back through, so do your best. Adjust as you need to, swing it on through. Fantastic. Lift the back leg, step back, downward facing dog. And let your head release here in your down dog. We're going to do that series again and add on one more posture in it. So please step your right leg forward and extend your right arm up. Deep breath in. Exhale through your nose down. Just keep going rhythmically. Keep the arm up the next time. Hold. Baby step in. Transfer your weight here. And again, you might put a block under your left hand if that's helpful. Bring the knee in. Touch. Keep opening the arm. And expand the leg out. Reach it on down. Back knee comes down. Now this is where your hand comes down to the floor and you can sweep the leg back. Again, a modification might be put the foot on the floor here as well. So you choose. And now here's the new part. You're going to take your leg, the one that's back, and cross it in front. So bring it down, and then you just have to gracefully lower your bum down here. And you're in a little bit of a twist. Bring your front foot back. Lengthen up tall, and now twist to your right. Twist to your right. Turn, and see if you can anchor or drop your right buttock downward towards the floor more. Feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. Feel circulation is changing in the body. And now we're going to retrace our tracks. So come back, put your left hand on the floor, stabilize it, and then lift up and swing it on out. Voila. And now we bring it on through. Do what makes sense for you in the transition, and then lift the back leg, step back, downward dog. Good job. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push the floor away, like if you were moving a piece of heavy furniture or a grand piano. Push the piano away. And put a tiny bend in your knees and arch. Try to stick your butt up, your sitting bones up ever so slightly. And now let's do the other side. Left leg forward. And turn and face this direction. Left leg up. Deep lunge. So healthy lymphatic system, here we come. So we're going to reach up. Inhale here. Exhale through the nose down. So the emphasis is on the exhale. The inhale's not so big. It just naturally happens. Blow out more. Feel that pump in your diaphragm. Stay up next time, please. Hold. And now from here, we're going to come forward, baby step in, touch the knee to the shin, extend back, reach on down, and lower the back knee. From here, swivel the back foot in, right hand goes down, here we come, Vashisthasana. You can put your foot down if you'd like. Hold here, and now adding that addition, cross over. So you just have to find what's graceful for you to come down onto your right bum here, and then either cross this left leg over, or you certainly can keep it out here too, whatever works. Twist to your left now, and I can feel that my left sitting bone is really elevated, so So I'm just encouraging it to drop down a bit. Feel that in your own body. And then slowly twist to your left. So what I haven't addressed yet is in this position, your front leg here, your left thigh, in the groin region, what's happening now is we're getting compression. There's compression on those lymph nodes. Then when we come out, there's expansion and fluid rushes through. So this happens all the time when we're doing yoga, but we don't really think about the lymphatic system and then how that then helps the immune system and all the other systems. All right, we're coming back center, we're going out of this, hand to the floor, whoosh, here you come. And then bring it on through, bada boom, and lift on up, lift the back leg. Please step to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath there. And then let's walk your hands back to your feet and we'll all end up in a forward bend. Let your head shake out. Let it bobble. You might even take your hands up and massage the back of your neck here a little bit, or into the sides, or we have a lot of lymph nodes up, of course, in the throat region. So just give yourself a little upside down massage. I'm kind of sweaty here. The hands are sticking everywhere. Maybe you are too. And now from here, bring the hands to your hips and come all the way up to standing. Here we are. So you might need a block for this next one, and walk to the front of your mat. And we've done something like this in the last posture, but in a different shape now. So again, we're really utilizing the breath, that pumping action, to activate the lymph in the abdominal region as well. So you can have a block and place it under your left hand. And then we do this often on our hands and knees, where we extend a left leg and a right arm. So just try that once. Sweep your left leg back. It doesn't have to be high, and sweep your right arm out. Right, so just go to where they naturally can go without forcing. So that's the action. And then we add Kapalabhati breath. We're going to do this 10 times. So we inhale while we're down, and then exhale, lift the leg and arm, bring it back in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So armpit and groin, same time, 5. Exhale, 6. Last one, and again. Good job, switch the block over. And I have my block on its high setting here, so you can turn yours up as well. So just give a test drive here, right leg, left arm, so we can get that crisscross action in our brain. And now we'll go for 10 here. So inhale right here, and then exhale, extend. And I think that's 10. I'm going to do one more because I lost track. And release. Good job. Now coming down into Malasana, a deep squat. And if your knees say nope, 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 you could bring your blocks. You can stack the two of them up and make a little Malasana bench. Or you could put a blanket under your heels. Or you can just come to a deep squat, wherever you want. So I'm going to sit on the bench for now because this feels kind of good. And then take your arms on the inside of your legs. Let your head bow for a second. So again, just reiterating, some of you might be without the blocks, you might be here. Some of you might be sitting up on blocks, or even up on a blanket, stack something under you. And now, take a moment to push into the floor with your fingertips and really, really, really round your back. Feel your abdominals kind of sink back into your body. You're using this practice, this yoga practice, as it was meant to be, a system of health, to fine-tune our bodies and our minds, awaken our souls. And now from here, you're gonna keep the left hand inside of your, or the left arm inside of your leg still. And then the right arm is gonna do that pumping action. So we go back to the lymph of the armpit region. So we inhale, reach. You can bring this arm out like this. So inhale, exhale, close. You certainly can make up your own variation of this. If down is not working for you, come up like this. I'd love to give you options so we all can participate. So 2 more. And second side. So even if you're feeling limited, this isn't about over expansion. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale forcefully. When you come down, blow the dust out of your nose. Just pumping to get fluid moving. Last one. And release. Fantastic. Lift your seat on up. Bring your feet a little closer together. Bring the hands to your hips and everyone rise, come up to standing position. How are we doing? I'm checking in to make sure that we are still connected. And it looks like we are. Oh, hello, Charu. I didn't see you pop in. Hello, hello. Great, so here we go. Tadasana, extended Tadasana, mountain pose with Kapalabhati breath. So again, it's that, there's that diaphragm going in and up when you exhale. The focus is on the exhalation. So we're gonna interlace our hands, make a steeple with your index finger, and place your feet all the way together. So the legs are together completely. And then extend your arms on up. And if your back is okay with a gentle, graduated back bend, I'll invite you to go there. If not, just stay straight up and down. But if you decide to do that, first take your thighs back, take your ribs back into the body, and now you can extend up and a little bit back if that feels right. And then 10 Kapalabhati here. So inhale and then exhale out. And last one. And separate your feet a little bit, forward fold, release down. The head fully release. And then bring the hands onto your hips. Lift your shoulders and up you go, all the way up. All right, come to the center of your mat as we go into another flow that starts off with horse stance. So sometimes called goddess pose. So turn your feet out slightly and then come into a deep horse stance. You might have to pull your tights up there a little bit. All right, so just what's important here is to make sure that your knees align out over your toes. So if your knees are falling inward, you might be a little too wide, you have to adjust a little narrower perhaps. So check your knee alignment out over the toes, super duper important. All right, so we'll go through this series twice. First time, of course, a little slower, breaking it down. So we'll start here, come down into horse stance. So lots of open expansiveness here through the groin region. Let's add the arms. So inhale and then exhale in. As you exhale, the diaphragm pulls in and up. 2 more. And open and hold. Bring your hands down to your hips. Now we're gonna pop the heel up of the left foot and then use your strong core as you start to rotate the leg inward. You're gonna be turning your body completely to your right. Lower down slowly. If you need to touch the floor before that, do so. Good. From here, stretch your arms up to the good old Anjaneyasana. You know how you're creating expansion. Now you've been thinking about this region a little differently perhaps. And now bring your arms down by your sides, lean forward. Lift your back leg and here you are in a little hover pose. And now, my friends, from here, see about transferring your weight to the front leg here. You may have to touch the floor, that's okay. Step in and see if you can bring the back leg through and hold. Holding here, little balance. And then bring the hands to the heart as you bring the leg behind you. It can be low. And then just start to lean a little bit forward perhaps. See where you're at. Now we're going to bend the standing knees slowly and reach back till your big toe touches the floor. And then once it does, you know you're safe and come all the way up. And here we are back in horse stance or goddess pose. Feel your knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and round. Two more. Open and arms down. Now engage your core. So slowly lift the heel and begin to turn. The knee drops in. You're not in a hurry here. Turn your pelvis. Lower down slow. And once your knee arrives, stretch your arms on up. Reach high. Remember the wisdom of the body is absorbing all of this, so just trust. And then arms come down to your sides. Shoulders roll back. Lift the back leg. Certainly touch down if you need to. Hold here and hover. And then we'll start to transfer more awareness to the front leg as you baby step in. And then bring the back leg through, up into a balance pose. Shoulders back, nice tall spine. Hands can come to heart now. And then just play with changing this balance shape. Maybe it's just bringing the foot behind you. Maybe it's leaning a little bit. You know what makes sense for you. From here, bend your standing leg, reach way back to your big toe touches, and then come up, turn, and once again, back to horse stance. Now, didn't I say we were going to do this twice? I think I did. So let's go. Second time, shoulders up. Let's rock and roll it. Here we go. Two more. And arms down. Pivot now slowly to the back knee. Lower down slow. Take the elevator down. Doot, 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 doot. And then arms come up. Big breath. Swing the arms back. Lift the back leg. Hover. Baby step in. Transfer your weight forward and bring the leg through. I almost forgot this part. Bring the leg through. Hands come to heart, and then start to change the shape. Leg coming behind you in some capacity. Little bend in your standing knee is very helpful. Be kind in your mind if you're struggling. Struggles make us stronger. Reach back long, come up. Here we are, horse stance, goddess pose, and then open. Six, 7, 8, and 10. Open and release the hands down. Good job. So I'm going to pivot. Last time. Turn, 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 turn. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, up you go. Big arch. Feel it opening the front right thigh and groin. Bring the arms down. Lift up. And now baby step in, start to lift your torso, bring the back leg through and up, hold. Stand strong in your strength. Hands to heart. Leg comes back behind you, no rush. Take your time. reach back long, and then come back up. Last time, we're gonna keep the hands to the heart here. Last time in goddess pose. Sink down, and then just open the arms out as well. Expand your fingers. You might even just envision currents of fluid running through the body. You're like, wow, we feel free, we have space. Health is in the house. And then come all the way up, hands above your head. Meanwhile, turn your feet straight ahead. And then let's all come forward into Prasarita Pudaptanasana, forward fold, wide leg. Deep breath here. And now from here, lift your torso part way. Start to move your feet in slowly, heel, toe, heel, toe. Hands to your hipperonis, and then come all the way up to standing. And then at this point in the class, now is where we want to locate our towel or our blanket. And I'll show you either way. Just find your little prop. If you joined late, you just need a blanket or a towel, something that you can partially roll up. As we are talking about the importance of, especially in the groin and the armpit region where most of the lymph nodes kind of congregate, it's good to put some compression there and then expansion. And this happens in our yoga poses all the time, but we can assist this as well. So here's a nice way to do that. So I'm going to show you, I'm looking for my towel, it's up here. So I'll show you both ways, and those of you that have a blanket, you'll see, if you have a towel, a hand towel, or even a bath towel, you want to roll it up to, a medium circumference. So what we're going to be doing is bringing our right leg forward, and right here in the hip crease, in the groin crease, you're going to place the towel. So if you're using a blanket, I would just roll up, like I'm going to roll up just a little bit of my blanket, and the rest just kind of drapes over. It's like a skirt. So you need something that you kind of wedge up in that hip crease. And then from here, you lengthen up through your spine and start to lay over that. So you'll obviously feel a little compression into your abdomen as well. And then you can touch your hand down on the floor and just pause here with a little healthy compression to the groin. Just stay a minute and focus on breath. If you want to, you could add a little twist with this as well. So you can turn to your right. Notice how the compression might change to a different area. Getting the benefit now of the twist on top of the healthy compression. And let's come back. All right, switch sides and bring your left leg forward. So I like to bring the blanket or the towel on the inside of my leg, and then just bring it right into that region, wedge it right into the crease, and then lengthen up before you go over. And you may feel some sensitivity here. You might check that maybe your blanket is too large, so you can undo it a little bit. It should feel semi-pleasant. There might be a little bit of interesting feeling. And just looking down first, just focus on breath. What's happening is very internal, and we need to give it time. Stay a minute. You can even put a block under your right hand here. One more deep breath here. And then you might explore with adding a little twist, begin to turn. So So for thousands of years, this practice of yoga has been used for a system of health. Yoga means the science of health, a way to just really regulate and keep the body in a healthy place. How wise you all are to be practicing. And then come back. And now we come out of that. And if you have sensitive knees, you can just put your blanket or towel underneath them. And we've compressed, now we're going to expand. So curl the toes under, and you could even have a block here about your right ankle as we go into a half camel. So just a gentle one here. Take your thighs back a little. Reach back with your right arm as you turn your palm outward and lightly touch your fingers to the block or your heel. You choose. And then this isn't a really deep one. We're not overdoing it today in any way. So you just expand up. Just enough, feel your groins open. Feel the inner thigh, the hip crease open a little. And then we'll just switch to the other side. If you're using the block, switch it over. If you're not, no worries. You can use the foot. So reach back, turn your thumb out, your palm out, and then it's just an expansion, oh so sweetly. Another practice will go for the big back bend, but today, less is more. And make your way on up. Fantastic, I hope you're feeling good. Working with the breath in this way always energizes me and kind of feels like I'm doing a good fall cleaning in my body and in my brain too. We're going to transition now onto our back, and do have a block handy or a big rolled up blanket for the last pose, but we have a couple poses before that. So first let's go into a reclined windshield wiper. Now you might again be thinking of windshield wiper a little differently. Not only just a thigh stretch, but what's happening internally. So let both legs fall to the left. And then pick them on up and over to the right. And bring them across again to the left. It's nice and easy. Feel the body starting to slow down. Back again, one more time each side. And then pausing in the middle. And so now we'll go into more of a passive asana. So take your legs long on the floor. Just moving my papers out of the way here so I don't. And what you're going to do is walk your feet to the right corner of your mat, just a little bit, just step them over, and take your left leg and cross it over your right ankle. So you're just crossing at the ankles. And then just an inch or two, wiggle your shoulders to the right side of your mat too. So you're going into a little more of a crescent shape. And you can stretch the arms over the head. That often feels nice, but if the shoulder says nope, then just let your arms maybe rest on let your hands rest on your tummy. And I want you to tune in to the left side of your body, from your armpit down to your hip and everywhere in between. You might even intentionally focus your breath into the left lung. And then there's really no effort here other than your awareness being present as much as possible. As you breathe in, you might notice the side of your body, your rib cage expand outward. See how much breath you can get in there. Big, generous, nutritious breath. Taking your whole body, especially internally, to the spa this morning.
Now we're simply going to change this to the second side. So bring your torso back first to center, and then take your left leg over to the left corner, and bring your right leg on top. Inch your shoulders just a little bit, like you're making a crescent shape. And then if the arms feel okay above you, go there. Otherwise, just let them rest where it makes sense. And just breathing. This is about letting yourself start to really come down. We have that ability as well built into us, the ability to self-regulate, to calm ourselves. So respectfully plant your awareness into the right lung, the right side of the body. Breathe with encouragement. So you're just encouraging expansion on the inhalation, encouraging softening on the exhale. I have my hands clasped together up here, but you can do whatever you'd like. And now moving back your torso, your head to the center, and bring the legs. And here's where we move to a block. So you can place the block flat or up one, like that. Good. Making sure you can still see, yes. And so we'll lift the pelvis and place the block underneath the low back. So depending upon what you're feeling, I'm gonna go to the lowest setting, but you can go where that or up one. And then just lift your feet, make sure that the block feels stable and it feels comfortable. And then we'll simulate legs up the wall here. Just bring the legs up so that the ankles are over the knees and the knees are over the hips. And there's not a lot of effort here. Just a gentle, whatever effort there is to hold the legs, but everything else is soft. And some of you might be able to really tune in and really dial in. You'll dial into sensations, maybe you even envision flow of lymph moving down the legs, pooling in the belly, being absorbed in the organs. Softness on your face and through your throat. If this is uncomfortable, you could go halfway too, just bend your knees. You could also keep your feet on the floor. You might feel circulation changing as the feet start to tingle. This is one of my number one poses, favorite poses for immune boosting. Usually bottom on the floor, legs up a wall. And now, as we move into a little deeper rest in Shavasana, if you happen to be near a wall in your house and you want to scooch right on over and do legs up the wall, by all means I invite you to do that. If that's not handy, you can go into your Shavasana. So in case you're watching at home and you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, I'll do a quick demo of legs up the wall. You just sit near the wall with your arm and then lay back and bring your legs up the wall. So know that you can go here, you can lay down on your back in Shavasana. And I'll keep an eye on the time here for a few minutes, let you just absorb all the benefits of your practice today. And while you're resting, I have some beautiful words to share with you.
to let you absorb. So just take a moment in silence and feel. Feel how you and your intention and your efforts showing up today has affected your body, maybe your mindset. Your wise investment of time. It's my wish for us all that 6 weeks from now, we'll all have more tools and techniques and knowledge to continue to enhance our immune systems on our own. Words have power, and I invite you to absorb these words. This is actually written from someone locally here in Iowa. She's in Iowa City. She's a functional medicine doctor. Her name is Karen Shanks, and she recently put out a beautiful book, and this is in that book. It's called Manifesto to a Healing Life. We care, we hope, we heal. We care. First, we care for ourselves with great reverence. We believe in our higher selves and embrace our soul's vast potential through care of our whole selves, body, mind, and spirit. We become strong, we become whole. Then we care for others, our families, our communities, and our world. We reach out from our strength and wholeness to share our light with those around us. We strive to elevate others, and in doing so, elevate our world and ourselves. We hope. We know hope is the highest expression of our potential and allows us to move forward, strengthening us in the face of all life's challenges. We allow hope to expand us, inspiring our growth and healing, making tomorrow a better day than today. We ignite hope with clear intention and action, and throw open the doors to the infinite possibility of our lives. We heal. We know that healing is the primary urge of nature. We claim this healing as our own. Healing is actively striving to achieve the purpose for which we were born. While not always curing, healing elevates our souls. We know the bones of healing are in what we do for ourselves and in our brave, reverent attention to what matters most, our full participation in our lives, our relationships, and our world. We heal, and our path to healing is also the prize. Our radiant presence, our truest selves, our brilliant potential, our deepest healing. Our bright presence inspires others, igniting hope, illuminating our shared path. We take this journey together. We care, we hope, we heal. resting in the potency of the words for a few more moments. And if your legs are up the wall, you can begin to wiggle your toes and slowly bend the legs and pause there. If you are in Shavasana, just initiate some movement, hands or feet starting to move a little. In Shavasana, begin to bend your knees to your chest, and as you're ready, everyone, just take a slow roll to your right side. Pause there. And slowly press up into your seat. Take care to sit well. Align your body in a way that helps elevate and lift your wise heart. And then join the hands together in front of the heart and simply bow. Honor yourself for taking care of you first, so that then you can take care of your loved ones, your community, the world that needs you in so many different ways. Bow to the bright light in each of you. So much love and respect. Namaste. And I hope you enjoyed the first week of Boost. I'll see you next week, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. And also, I have a meditation course coming out online soon. And if you're interested, you should have received an email. It's also on my Facebook, the Fusion Facebook page. The course begins in October, and it's for new meditators, but also those that might need a jump start again or a refresher and to get back on track. So happy to answer any questions about that if you're interested. And just thank you so much for continuing to support yoga here virtually. And I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Enjoy the sunshine. Yes. Go out and boost someone else, right? Boost someone else. Give them a little boost. Take these out. Oh, thanks, Susan. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Laura. Oh, Kathy, lovely to have you today. Thank you for tuning in. Denise, awesome. You're a trooper. Hi, Molly. I didn't get to say hi to you, my dear. Molly. Yeah. Yeah, I missed you too. I hope you're doing well. Thanks, Donna. Hope you're doing well. Right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And I will see you next week. Once I can figure out how to shut this thing off. Okay. So long, farewell.